Okay, great. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about Docker Compose. Okay. So what is Docker Compose? First of all, you should know about what is Docker Compose. Okay. So as already we have discussed about Docker Compose, again I'm going to make you very much clear. Docker Compose is a tool. It's a kind of tool. Okay. So we this Docker Compose is a tool. It is used to define the multiple containers in a Docker applications. Okay, instead of running multiple Docker run command, okay, manually, you can use a single docker-compose.yml, which means however we are writing Docker file, right? So we are writing Docker file, we are keeping all the instructions, and we are doing all it one file, right? Same way, we do have a docker-compose.yml file, YAML script. This is a YAML script, okay? To configure it and start it all at once, one time, one go, at one go. Okay, it will start your services. Okay, so that is the purpose of Docker Compose. So why do we need to use the Docker Compose? You must usually start you can manually start each container, manually link containers, handle networking itself. Okay, so this is actually manual process without Docker Compose. Manually you run the container, manually you link the container, manually you create a network yourself. All these things we have done manually, right? So using Docker Compose, one command, one go, simple, Docker Compose up, everything will get up. Okay, manages dependencies between containers. It deals development, testing, small scale deployment, small scale application to run on top of your containers. I will suggest Docker Compose. Okay, it will handle small scale applications. Larger scale applications, I can suggest only Kubernetes. Okay, so yeah, yeah, create and run both. Okay, so I will show you official documentation better. Docker Compose, I did not prepare any theoretical part, just only installation steps I have. This much I know. I will let you know. I will make you to very much clear. See this Docker Compose. Docker Compose is a tool designed to simply definition and management of multiple container Docker applications. This is only the meaning of this. Using ML file. Using YAML file, you can write everything and single go just using Docker Compose up. Okay, so it will let me check more details about it. Docker Compose. Docker Compose is a tool for defining and running multi-container applications. It is the key unlocking streamline and efficient development and deployment experiences. Okay, Docker Compose simplifies the control of your entire application stack, making it easy to manage services, networks, volumes, etc. in single YAML configuration file. Okay, in single using single command to create, start, and run the service using this YAML configuration file. Okay, so start the service, stop, build, rebuild services. Okay, view status, streamline and log related information, and run one off command on a service. Okay, these are all things. There are use. Why you use Docker Compose? Why we use? Why we use Docker Compose? Key benefits of Docker Compose. Docker using Docker Compose offers several benefits that streamline and development, deployment, and managing of containerized applications. Simplified control. Earlier we used to do manual process to creating the containers, images, etc., etc. Correct? This is for automation. Simple. Define the manage multi-container apps using YAML files, streaming, orchestration, and replication. Okay. Efficient collaboration. Shareable YAML file supports smooth collaboration between developers and operations. Improving workflows, issue resolution, leading and increased overall efficiency. Increased overall efficiency, we'll use this. Okay. Time also it saves. And rapid application development. Okay. Rapid in the sense fast. Correct. Compose catches configuration used to create container when you restart a service that has not changed. Compose reuses existing containers. Reusing containers means that you can make changes. You can changes to your environment very quickly, right? Next, portability across environments. Portability, for example, portability means it's a kind of one ready-made sample. Okay, compose supports variables in the compose file. You can use these variables to customize your composition of different environments, different users. This is also one use case. Common use cases in Docker Compose. Docker Compose can used in many different ways. Some common uses are here. Development environment. When you are developing a software, the ability to run an application in the isolated environment and interact with it crucial. The Compose command line tool can be used to create environment, interact with it. Okay, the Docker Compose provides a way to document that configure all of the application service dependencies, databases, queues, caches, web service, APIs, etc. Using Compose command line tool, you can create and start one or more containers for each dependency with a single command, which is Docker Compose up. Just you just write a configuration file, which is docker YAML file. Okay, docker configuration file is YAML script by using YAML, docker-compose.yml. This is a file name. It should be like this, and you will write everything whatever you want. Okay, you will create a container, you'll keep images and everything, you keep environment variables, exposes, I mean exposes means port exposes and all, you will keep all at one place. Generally, we used to write a command in a single line, right? Manually. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thing is, that is Docker file. We have followed some pattern called from work directory environment. Okay. There are some instructions will be there. Here in this YAML configuration file, there is no instructions. Simply we just use only we can keep port. Okay, example I'll show you one sample where if example I'll show you YAML configuration file, docker compose YAML configuration file. Okay, see this, can you see, you can able to see this, right? So you will mention version. Okay, version 1, version 2, version 3, it's up to you. Maybe if it is the first one, you can keep first version 1. Services. Okay, in services you are going to mention API server, something like this. You are building. Okay, you build it. You are building some project, right? Build, which means it will build the image. Okay, build dot means whatever the current directory your docker file will be there, that will take care. Okay, In current directory, whatever Docker file is there, that Docker file it will take. Ports. What ports? You are mentioning 1000, 9000, and 3000. Some ports you are mentioning. This is host. This is container. Okay. See this? Map port 9000 to 9000 to container port 3000. First port must be, first number will be your host port. Inbound rules will keep. And this is your container port, which means it is related to application port. Understood? Application port is as a container port. Host port, your system port. Depends on Mongo. Okay. Ensure Mongo service start. Networks. You will keep app network. Okay. You are mentioning Mongo. This is a image. Mongo is image will create. Port is 27017, something like this. Okay. Networks. App network. It will create custom network for communication. Volumes. Mongo data. Okay. The data in this directory it will create one volume. Next is server related. You are keeping Nginx, Nginx image, Nginx port. Depends on API server. Volumes also, networks also. You are creating every environment one network. Okay, three networks will be created here in networks. Apps network. Define the custom bridge network. Clear? Volumes, Mongo data. Something like this is an example. Okay, so this is how we can write the script. Better we'll use this. Is it copied? Notepad. Okay. So this is whenever you start. Okay. You see the level hyphen, which means hyphen after writing this port, you need to mention this port related thing by using hyphen, which means under port, this port numbers is in this. Okay. Whenever you write something, this is different service. Okay. You are mentioning this so and so. These are all dependencies. This is parent, this is child. Okay, this is parent and this is child. This is how you need to write the YAML script. Okay, so this services is a top level. Okay, this version and the services are same level. For example, in your family, your mother and father in the same level, right? Okay, your children's, maybe your brother, your sister will be in the same level. Okay, so and your brothers and sisters, daughters and their sons will be in the same level. Okay, your children's and your father will not be the same, right? So that is the reason main levels, whatever the versions are separated. That's why I kept it top level, and services are separate service. That's why I'm not using this services under version, right? If you want to keep anything under version, you need to mention from here under this. If it is related to services, everything all related to service I mentioned here. Here also MongoDB also I mentioned here in this level. Okay, API server level, this is a part of this service, and Mongo is also part of this service. But Mongo is different service, and API server is different service. These are all two level. These are all same level. These three are same level. Okay, and under Mango images, ports, network volumes are there. These are all same level. Under volume, there is actually you are mentioning some directory, right? That will be comes under volume. This is how we need to write the YAML script. Ansible we can explain very much clear. Okay, the same explanation is there. Same. Okay, that's how. Okay, so this is how we need to write the Docker Compose. Okay, so today we instead of this Docker Compose file, we'll write first manually. We'll create manual how to create a application. We will see how to create application using manually first. Once after creating manually, then after we'll go and we'll write in YAML script. Okay, is it fine? Yeah, let's start. Okay, so let me start. So these are all official documents. If you want, I'll share with you. First we'll create one network. Okay, first I'm creating a network. You see this network called docker network create mongodb network name. This is network name. Okay, enter. Docker network ls. You see, this is the one. Okay, not this. This is different. Okay, mongodb network. This is the one. I created it. Okay, now see this. I need to run this command. I don't know whether this execute or not. Why? Because there is no proper indentation. I need to cross check with ChatGPT. Okay, because this PPT will not maintain proper indentation. Okay, I'm just asking to correct it. See this. It will show some kind of errors. You see this? Your Docker compose looks mostly correct, but there is an issue with the white space characters, non-breaking spaces. You see this? These kind of this will happen just because of file, just because of this PPT. Okay. If you follow proper documentation using what is that? VS Code and all, that will maintain proper indentation. Okay. See this? This proper blanks and all. This is avoided. See this breaking spaces. Okay, and slashes and all. Clear? So this is correct. Okay, let me use this. So let me use the same command. You see this? What we are doing here? Try to understand. Docker run -d in detached mode. Port 27017 is host port and application port is 27017. It is environment variable. Okay, -e. Okay, Mongo initial. This is actual environment variable name. Okay, this is username. Okay, username is admin and Mongo password is this secret password. Okay, next where we are creating this on top of so and so network. See this MongoDB network. Clear? The same network I mentioned here. Next hyphen name. I am creating a container called MongoDB container. Okay, and this is a image, Mongo image. Nothing we are doing actually. This is how we just this slash will separate in, which means it is continuous command only. This backslash or front slash, what is backslash, front slash, this slash, yeah, this slash will separate, which means it will give another line. Okay, because if you keep continuously, what happens, it will create little confusion. Okay, this is also continuous command. If you break like this, then no problem at all. You are breaking it as a front slash, that's it. Enter. Yeah, already located. Which, what is this, the docker response daemon endpoint mongo's container is already there. Let me do one thing. I will change. Container name is already existed, that's what it's showing. Okay, let me try to do one thing. I'll change it as a different container name. Mongo container one. I'll keep like this. Okay, see this already located. What is this? Oh, network got. Bah. Yeah, just now we created, right? Just now we created. That's why we need to change everything now. See, docker run hyphen d. This is fine. This is also fine. So we'll do one thing. Better we need to remove the previous one instead of that. Container 3, I'll keep like this 4. What it is telling, failed port is already located. You see this? That's why we need to remove that. Docker container ls-a. Okay, what is that? Just to created this one, right? My container. What is that? Oh my goodness. One second. I'll remove this. I'll make little small. Okay, this is the one. Custom container .NET. Not this. Not this. Mongo. This is the one. Mongo container 3. Mongo container 1. I'll remove everything. Docker rm. What is that? Mongo container 3. Mongo container 1. Mongo container. Okay. And also related to all, I'm just removing everything. Unnecessarily it will create a confusion. Okay. Next, MongoDB container 1 also I'll remove. Oh, okay, it is running a docker stop. What is this? This one. Okay. And also this also docker stop Mongo container 1. How many are running? Container. Okay, I will stop this. I will stop underscore. Oh yeah. Okay, underscore. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, so let me run again. Removed. You see, some are removed. Let me check again. Docker container ls hyphen a. See, removed. Some are removed, and one more is there. I will remove this. It is still running. I think so. Let me run forcefully. Docker remove rm hyphen f. Yeah, removed, right? So now check Docker container ls. Yeah, nothing is there, right? If you identify, let me know. Nothing is there. Okay. So let us create fresh Docker images also. I'll check. Mongo related images I'll remove. Anything is there? Yeah, it is there. Docker RMI image I means image. That's it. Remove. Anything else? Next, Docker volume, Docker project, Docker image update, my project something. This also I'll remove. Okay. Yes. Next, Docker images. So nothing related to Mongo, right? Okay. So I will create now. Oh, Docker network. I'll check. Docker network ls. Let me check what are the networks. Let me remove Docker network. Docker remove network. Unnecessarily it will create a confusion. That's why I'm removing everything. Okay. Okay. No such file. No such container. Okay. One second. Maybe this command was wrong. Docker network remove. That's what I mentioned. What is Oh, just remove. I need to replace it. Docker network remove actually. I wrote remove network. Understood? This RM I need to keep here. Now you see. Yeah, and another one is I'll keep this also I'll remove. Now you see Docker networks ls MongoDB network. This is already, however, we need to create it, right? So let me keep this. Okay, MongoDB network I'll keep, right? So this is what I need to create, however. So let me do one thing. I will take a help from this. I will copy this. Even if you copy this and if you paste here also, it doesn't, the indentation will changes. Okay, this PPT is like that only. Let me yeah, let me paste here. Yeah, now it is working. See, now it is working fine. On top of Docker MongoDB network only, this container is creating. What is container name? MongoDB network. Sorry, MongoDB container. Yes, MongoDB container is a container is creating, and also it will work. Let me see here Docker PS. Yeah, it is pulling from the Docker hub. This Mongo is the image, official image. This is the official image only. Okay, and you see it is running. Okay, Docker PS means it is running. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll go here. I'll take my IP address, copy this IP address, and before that, I need to go security groups. Okay, inbound rules you need to keep whatever you mentioned, that ports. Edit inbound rules. What is the port number? 27017. Okay, so it is already opened. Okay, so just simply need to add rule TCP custom TCP. Okay, what is that? 27017. So what are the what? Do you have any questions now? You make out question. What is T27017? How should I get to know that 27017 is the exact port number of this? Right? Not like that. No. Any port number will not work. There is actually for Mongo there is a specific port number is there. Okay, that port number is 27017. Okay, so let me take this. See this Docker Docker compose. One second. See, I'm just opening Mongo official website. Okay, you see this? In this Mongo official website, you see the port number exactly for environment. Yeah, you are right. Okay, there is no any specific. They have used 8081. Okay, but in our case, we used that ChatGPT suggested 27017. Okay, so that's fine. So it is working. So using that port only, we can able to communicate. But in our case, we used 270 something, and which means port is our wish. But there will be a standard port for Mongo. Okay. Yeah. For what is the standard port for Mongo? See this 27017 and 27018. Okay. So there will be some standards for ports. MySQL, what is that? So 80 is also one port is there for a default port. Like that, there are port numbers in networking. Communicate, right? So we need to follow better. We need to follow standards only. Okay, that will be the good practice. So now let me go inside this. I just already saved it. Okay, now go to here. See, this is my IP address. Okay, paste here IP address 270.17. Looks like you are trying MongoDB or HTTP native drive ports. Yes, 1 second. Okay, this one thing. 1 minute. Let's go on. Next, let's move forward. So next, this is not, and this is the one. And one more thing is actually we need to multiple port. What is the purpose of Docker Compose? We need to create multiple applications, right? So not for one single application, multiple applications, right? So we need to create another Mongo-Express. Okay, this is for front end purpose. MongoDB is for backend. Express is for front end. Okay. For that, for that also we need to create one container. Okay. So I'll clear your doubts. You are still calm. So I will let you know. Very much clear after this. Yeah. Let me copy this. So almost same. Okay. There are small changes are there in this command. So you see here, run Docker in detached mode. 8081 is front end. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, let me connect with the pen. I will explain you. Rakesh. So, yeah, choose any applications like any recent applications which you are using, like Naukri for suppose example. Okay, Naukri is there. Okay, so let me take Naukri as example. So how the structure is. So this is Naukri portal. Okay, this is Naukri portal. 1 minute. This pen is not working fine. Okay, this is Docker Naukri portal for suppose. Okay, Rakesh, you are there, right? Okay. So you can consider this is Naukri portal. Naukri, okay. So you are as a user, you will log in here, right? Login credentials, okay, and password will be there. You type some password here. This is front end, which will allow you to go inside your data, okay, which is database. It will connect it to database, correct? Background they have some database. The files will be there, tables will be there, different tables will be there. For example, MySQL. From this data, you will pick it, right? If they want, employers will pick it, correct? If you want, you can able to pick it because it's your data. You have access. You have access through login credentials, and also employers or recruiters can able to enter through here like this. They want to get the data. They can get the data because you are uploading your resume here. Clear. Using login credentials, you are using front end application. For this application, you will have one one application. In our case, it is one container. Okay, for front end, you are keeping one container. For backend purpose, we are keeping one container. This backend database port is 27017. Okay, this front end port is 8080 or 8081, something like that. Okay, different. This is different ports will be there for this, and for this also different ports will be there. Okay, for Mongo I mentioned for this. For Mongo Express I am taking this. Okay, so what happens when you are as a user, if you want to go inside your, if you want to get the data of your resume, so you will get it. If you want to upload it, you can upload it. For employers also they have access, right? So they can able to download it, download your resume. Okay. So for however you are having a login credentials and all, for employers also have some front end. Maybe this is the one only one for this is actually uh, recruit. What I can say, what we call mm, job seeker. Job seeker. This is a job seeker. In the same portal itself, employer page will be there. There it will display like login and password. So then they will retrieve the data. They will get the data. So they will get the data, all the list of the all the list of the what I can say, employees, those who uploaded recently. So it will display like this, which means we are dealing with the front end and back end, right? So back end has some port and front end also some port. Whatever we used earlier, Mongo, uh, MongoDB, only Mongo, that is a backend. Okay. Now we are using Mongo Express. This is for front end. This is front end application we are creating, which means for this also we need to create a container, right? We are running it using this command, run command. We are creating Mongo Express. See, hyphen name Mongo Express. Port is 8081. Okay. These are all credentials of this application. Server MongoDB container, the port you are mentioning, administrator, admin, password you are mentioning, and also some network, whatever network is there, that network we are creating. And it is official, this is official Docker Hub. Okay. So this is an image where we are getting taking this image means Docker Hub. You clearly understood? So let me try to start this. Okay. Enter. Sorry, it logged out. Okay. So what is the command? Oh, I need to take again. So this is the command. Okay. Let's end 27017. Okay. So this is actually, you see here, it is configuring map MongoDB port 27017, which means backend, connecting through backend. Front end is creating as well as it is connecting to backend. See this? It is pulling. You see, pulling it. Yes, it got created. Now see, Docker PS. Yeah, yeah, Docker PS. You see, this is Mongo Express is front end, and this is a back end. Mongo image. You see, Mongo official image is. This is actually we got from Docker Hub. This image, Mongo Express image we got from Docker Hub. These two are interrelated, front end and back end. Okay, you asked me right, front end and back end of Java applications, how can we run in the sense? This is a way we can connect. This is the way. This is how to connect front end and back end. Now try to access this. Not now. This is not the one. Okay, the same IP address I'm going to use 8081. Now we are not getting. Why? Tell me. Yes. So we need to allow. We need to add new ports, inbound rules. So what is, I think this might not working. So let me create custom TCP. So 8081. Okay. I'll make it as anywhere IPv4. This also all traffic anywhere. SSH is there. This 17017 also. 27017 correct, right? Previous one. 27017. This is fine. And 8081 also fine. Okay. So let me save. Now save the rule. Okay. Now try to access. See this? You got it right? So what is username? Admin. Okay. Username is admin, right? While we are creating it. So I don't know the password actually. How? I don't. So you can understand that maybe I forgot the password while creating it. So what is the way? Yeah, you will get the password through one command. Okay. The command is docker logs and container ID. I saved somewhere. That's why I'm searching. I know the command. Docker log. Yeah. Yeah. Docker logs and backend, right? Yeah, where is that? This is the one, right? Let me make it small. It is creating a confusion. Now you see, which is the one? This is the one, right? Backend. Okay. Docker log. Docker. Docker logs. See, somewhere it will be there. 1 second. Sorry. Docker logs. Sorry. Docker PS. Docker logs. I will try with it. Yeah, yeah. Let me find from the logs itself. Docker logs already I have used. Oh, no, not this. Yeah, this is the one. Again. Docker logs. What is Docker log? Yes. Oh, Mongo Express. Let me take again. Docker PS. Okay. Docker logs. And this is a ID of container. Ah, so whenever I created it, One second. This should, it should show like this. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't see that actually. Docker same, huh? Okay. Docker logs. I'm going very fast actually, without showing, without observing anything. Okay. Yeah, this is the password. This is the password. You see, right? So let me go there and I'll mention here. Enter. So this is I know the password actually. I want to show you. That's the reason. Yeah. So these are all details are there. If you want to create tables, you can create the tables. Okay. You can create the tables. That tables will be stored in backend. Okay. For example, this is actually this is front end page. Correct. Okay. If you want to see, you can see it. The details. The table data. This is table data. Okay. For example, I'll create Rakesh. Can you see? Rakesh create collection. See this? Successfully created. Collection created. Key. Name I will mention. Value Rakesh. Okay. This is string value. I'll keep string only. Okay. And so some details are there. If you want to remove, rename, you can rename. So that's how you can create. So you go home, you can go home. Database name again. Okay. So now where is this? Let me go back. Docker PS, Docker PS, and your backend. Okay, this is backend only, right? Now you see Docker logs. See, it is created. Recent logs. These are all recent logs. Just check. See here, Rakesh, name of Rakesh. Okay, namespace is Rakesh. Rakesh is not default, right? After we creating itself, it is showing, right? Okay, so this is latest one only. Okay, whatever you have done that successfully, it is showing. You created with the name of Rakesh and all. So this is how you can able to verify it. Okay, right? So this is how we can able to connect to backend and front end pages. Okay, backend and front end applications, multiple application. You are dealing with the two different kind of applications, right? For example, in your project, maybe backend is Python, Django. Okay, front end is React JS. You can able to connect like this. You clearly understood? So this is how we can able to connect through. This is just like a single line command. Using single line command, we have created all these things. Okay, this much this much time it will take. Okay, but if you write docker compose file, simply you need to write one YAML script like this. This is MongoDB. See this service. This is MongoDB is one service. Mongo-Express you one service. You are keeping on one file. Just simply run it. That's it. Automatically it will create everything. Clear? That's how. That's it for today. So tomorrow we'll see how to configure the Docker Compose file and we'll run it. After finishing it, we'll close the Docker. Right? Thanks for joining, Rakesh. Do practice. Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah, I will share now.